Could I please invite up our fifth team, Team H2Bros?
Kia ora everyone, I'm Numoi Duffy and I'll be representing Cambridge High School from the Waikato region.
你好，我叫 Wee Ting Ting，我来自 Maketu. Kia ora tātou, my name is Ashley and I come from Maketu, which is in the Bay of Plenty, and I'm representing Te Puke High School.
Hallo, mijn naam is Tasman. Ik kom uit Taranaki en ik tegenwoordig New Plymouth Girls High School. My name is Tasman. I come from Taranaki and I'm representing New Plymouth Girls High School.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Kapiti College.
Hey, I'm Anagmane. I'm from Auckland and I'm representing Botany Downs Secondary College. This is my amazing team, the H2Bros. I'm glad that name got a few giggles. That's great. Our question is, what changes would you make and why to the freshwater management system in Aotearoa? Over the last few days, our team has struggled and worked tirelessly researching problems in the fields of nutrient levels, agriculture, urban living, and environmental policy. Then we developed solutions in each of these areas. We're only allocated 6 minutes, unfortunately, so without further ado, here's our presentation. Freshwater comes in the forms of rivers, lakes, wetlands, estuaries, and groundwater. We use freshwater to drink, enjoy for recreation, and use to produce goods and services. Maori tribal identity is also linked to freshwater, for whom each consider each water body as its own Maori, or life force. As a society, we have seen a clearing of native vegetation, draining of wetlands, increased farming, and urbanization, each of which place immense pressure on our freshwater bodies and their ecosystems. The nutrients and microbes produced by human and agricultural activities also determine many of our freshwater problems. Excess nitrogen and phosphorus lead to algal blooms, which decrease oxygen levels and facilitate the loss of freshwater species. Bacteria such as E. coli come from mammal feces and inefficient waste management, which makes water toxic to use. According to the Ministry of Environment, nitrate nitrogen is worsening, phosphorus is increasing, and sediment levels are through the roof. To combat this, two major legislations were created by the former government. These are the National Policy Statement and the Resource Management Act, both proving to be as inefficient and unproductive as the flag change.
The abundance of nitrate in our waterways is a key issue regarding New Zealand's freshwater health. It is caused by fertilizers used in the agricultural industry. Problems arise when farmers use too much nitrate fertilizers. Unabsorbed nitrates can leach into freshwater systems, and currently, in order to test nitrate levels in soil, farmers have to send off soil tests to labs, and this is a costly and slow process. And this means that farmers can easily overuse nitrate fertilizers without actually knowing, because they can't monitor the levels of nitrate in their soil. An innovative solution to this is real-time nitrate soil sensors. So these are currently being researched in the University of Florida and the University of Iowa. These sensors are built using laser-treated graphene circuits and are hooked up to wireless networks to provide constant data collection. So it's not like you're sending results off to the lab, you're actually getting it there real time and you know what's going on with the nitrate levels in your field. New Zealand should also invest in research into the exact recommended nitrate levels for different soils and climates in order to properly guide farmers who invest in this technology, because there are lots of different factors when it comes to determining what nitrate level in your field should be. This solution provides farmers a way to more efficiently spread fertilizer throughout their fields, allowing them to use the right quantity, put it in the right places. This provides long-term benefits for farmers because they can use less nitrate fertilizer, which is more cost-effective, as well as decreasing the amount of nitrate which is leaching into our waterways.
The majority percentage of nitrogen and other detrimental compounds found in our waterways originate from cow waste, as it is present in the feed that New Zealand farmers use. New Zealand prides itself on feeding our dairy cows in open pastures. However, the significant change in cow population over the last 20 years have inevitably led to a change in the way our farms are led. This includes an increase in the number of cows in a single herd, as well as an increase in the importation of palm kernel, a cheap, energy-effective alternative to other feeds. The increased importation of palm kernel, which has hit record highs in this year, accompanied with the high density of stock, leads to a whole host of its own environmental issues, one of which being the nitrogen leaching into our waterways. A policy change is necessary to regulate what New Zealand cows are being fed, and will indirectly regulate nitrogen levels in our waterways. It's a question of whether we would rather save money on cheaper feed that hurts our waterways, or if we are willing to spend more money on the right feed that will protect our waterways and the ecosystems that live in them.
Freshwater management is not restricted just to agriculture and farming. Urban citizens are also responsible. We believe that there are some more practical solutions that can be implemented in the urban sector by schools, local iwi, and community groups. Drain painting and decoration acts as a form of science promotion that sends a clear visual message. Another strategy is the use of stormwater filters that catch debris, chemicals, and oil runoffs from roads. These strategies are simple, easily followed, and efficient, as repair and maintenance costs are very low in comparison with the significant benefit that they give our waterways. They also allow communities to develop a sense of kaitiakitanga for their homes and for the environment, and they engage members of the younger generations. Another source of urban pollution is leaky infrastructure and sewage systems. This year alone, we've experienced major leakages in Napier, Milford, and Auckland, and Lake Taupo, to name a few. To combat this, investment and funding into the repair or replacement of these systems must be implemented on a governmental level. Although costly, this is a necessary step to freshwater-friendly infrastructure.
Prevention methods to reduce erosion and sediment levels in our freshwater include reforestation through riparian systems, stormwater filtration drains, and controlled land practices that reduce runoff. A successful UK solution is a rural sustainable drainage system, which breaks the delivery pathway between pollutant sources and receptors, preventing sediment contamination, loss of soil and nutrients, and also reduces flooding, encouraging the recharge of water downstream. So in conclusion, we have discussed mitigation steps and potential solutions in these 4 areas, involving nitrate soil sensors, change in policy and cow feeds, funding and social involvement, and rural sustainable drainage systems. Ultimately, no matter how many solutions we give you, it all comes down to following regulations out of necessity versus a genuine desire to accept responsibility for te mana o te wai and rangatiratanga. During our investigation, we realised how complex existing policy is and how easy it is for our community to drown in all the rules and regulations. Better education from an early level and communication between scientists and community groups such as local iwi will result in information becoming more accessible and understandable, hopefully increasing civil participation and a collaborative approach to protecting our freshwater. I'd like to leave you with one last thought. Here we have 2 images of real freshwater bodies in New Zealand. Which would you rather your children to swim in? It costs us nothing to spread the word and raise awareness, but it will cost the environment everything if we do nothing. Thank you.